might be a little heavy on the hand, but I learned from living life on the land that when the flames get hotter, you move to deeper water. That's where I learned to sink or swim. And you know I don't really give a damn, but underneath I try as hard as I can.
lit. Never been
Why
lit.
when shit gets thicker, I reach for the liquor, load 'em
Sober
up
as a
and
bird.
flip a bird to the man.
I would say
All
you
the time.
were an entire mattress set to them, not just like 2 or 3 sheets.
All.
The time.
Never.
Let's fucking go. All right, let's
All
go.
right.
Howdy, welcome to this week's episode of Vikings, Outlaws, and Cowboys. I am Vico, the bearded one. You can call me JT for short. For short? For short. For short.
For a shirt.
For short. And of course, as always, I am joined by the bougie one, Alex the Jarl Martinez. What's up, man?
Just here to drop some motherfucking truth.
Oh, I like it when people drop truth.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. What I'm
Sprinkle
saying.
in.
Do you notice the beard's getting back to where it was? Getting like majestical.
No.
Yours is getting there. I want a long beard this year from you.
Dude, it's like, it's not gonna get. I'm just gonna get more Haji.
That's fine.
Our friends are gonna start like raising their guns when I walk into a room.
I mean, they should anyways. They've met you. What are you drinking tonight?
Like as a toast. So I have a lot of beverages tonight, actually.
I'm proud of
Kind of a funny story. I cracked open a root beer because I thought we had rum, and we're all out of rum.
you. Why is
So-
the rum always gone?
I don't want to waste it, so I have a cup of root beer.
Nice.
And
You
then-
got and you
then
were
I have
eating
whiskey.
pizza. And you were
Then I
eating
had
pizza.
whiskey.
So you,
Yeah, it
you have
was-
like a little pizza party at the Jarl's
yeah,
house.
it was a good time. Yeah, the kids
Fuck
had
yeah.
a great time. But yeah, after I finished the fucking root beer, whiskey, and I got dented brick still. I didn't drink all of it, and I have some yellow bellies.
Ooh. Like
Yeah.
these ones, huh? Oh.
But I got the tallies, so I got the big ones.
So, I mean, fair. Fuck you. I'm gonna have to drink more than I got to. It's like it's a 1.5 to 1 ratio.
It's at least 6 inches.
Fuck, man. If that's 6 inches, then I am fucking stacked.
Massive.
Huge. I'm drinking. So I started off tonight with that Owens Rye whiskey. I feel it's really good. It's just super smooth and mellow. So not too bad. We got a fucking cool show today. I'm excited, actually. Really, really excited. We've had some really awesome interaction lately. We've got some cool updates.
So much interaction.
Fuck. We got so much interaction. All the interaction.
Just today.
Just today. There we go.
Ah.
Better. Had to adjust things. Sorry, folks, in the background. I just was flying the Falcon indoors yesterday because it was fucking like dark by the time I was done with work. And so she decided that she wanted to try to take the camera with her wings when she was flying to the lure, which was pretty cool.
I like her style. At least she's trying to grab something.
Yeah. So Valkyrie is her name, in case everybody hasn't noticed. She's in the background, right above my printer. Pretty solid. I like the fact that when the boat was up here, he's fucking freaked out whenever.
Yeah, he was terrified. He's like, "What the fuck? Why is that thing back there?" I was like, where else would it be?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, you don't fucking walk around a corner and expect a fucking bird of prey to be hanging out and jumping off of shit."
Uh,
I dropped it.
what'd you drop?
I dropped my pen. And we're
Oh,
back.
fair. That's fine. Do you find that when you're on a podcast you fucking fidget the whole time with your hands?
I fidget anyway. I do it like all day, every day.
I find that when I'm on the podcast, like, going back to like the way that my brain operates, like I have to slow down a lot more than I'm accustomed to, like way a lot more.
Mhm.
So I have to be doing something. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means I need to smoke weed before I come on the podcast.
I don't know. Maybe like I dropped my pen, but like I also found a paper clip and I just bent a paper clip so I can just play with it too. So
Okay, maybe I'm not unnormal.
I don't think so. It's not like I don't say like nervous. Especially
No.
especially at this point. It's just like I spend the majority of my day on phone calls
Mhm.
and I fidget. And if I don't fidget, then sometimes I'm not a good listener.
half the fucking time when people start talking on the work calls that I'm on these days, because my give a fuck meter is pretty broken right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm
It's going
like,
downhill fast.
yeah, I'm like, I wonder what's on Twitter because that's my newest social media platform.
This is
Oh,
the
look,
new
a
one.
fight. There's a fight. They posted a fight. Oh, that dude got fucking knocked the fuck out. I wonder what else is in there. Oh, there's more fights. And then all of a sudden I'm in this like realm of watching like fucking people fight and be on the dumbest fights ever, right? Like let's be a white dude surrounded by black guys and drop the N-word. That seems fucking smart.
That's probably going to start a fight
Like
or a
how about
death.
yeah. Okay, how about we don't say it? If like you say it wherever you're willing to say it, you have the freedom to do it. But like, there's like a time and place and a fuck around to find out scale,
It's
and
just
you
not
like
smart.
fucking come in at 9 or 10 when you're up there at the top like that. You just don't.
You've done did it.
You're a fucking idiot, is what you are. But I'm actually, you know what? So between that and TikTok, and somehow I don't know what happens, right? But I'll be scrolling on TikTok because like I get to learn a lot of TikTok. There's a lot of cool shit.
You were
learn.
supposed to do a TikTok video today.
Yeah, well, work actually lasted till 6 o'clock, and then we had the meeting. So
Work is still going.
yeah, so my
Could you
grown-up
do like
job,
could you do like a TikTok live while we're doing the podcast?
I could, but then it will be one of those like I'm answering questions and talking and answering questions, and they'll have no idea what the fuck's happening.
I think it
And I'm
sounds
just
awesome.
I
just set up your phone on a tripod and
beautiful chaos,
yeah,
beautiful chaos. Yeah,
sounds awesome.
but we'd get banned real quick because for going live because like the shit we talk about here is like not liberal. So like
we get banned on. Don't people show their butthole on like?
No, that's on.
TikTok?
They used to be on Twitch, which is like that. Like people get, dude, it's fucking wild. People get paid to play video games, and people watch them for hours playing video games. I'm like, what? What the fuck is the point of this?
Like I've YouTube like how to pass like a hard
Yeah,
part,
totally fine. Yeah,
but like just sitting there watching like somebody play a video game.
yeah, and they're not even doing it. Like they'll play like Mario Brothers, like Super Mario Brothers, the first one, right? I don't even think it was called Super Mario Brothers. No, I think it was. But anyway, so they'll just be playing it, and they're like, look at this, the fastest that you can go. I'm gonna beat this, level 1 through fucking 9, and I'm gonna beat it in like 20 minutes. And you're like, no, man, like we all know
You
how
got
to fucking,
sucked in, didn't you? You got
we all
sucked
know.
in, didn't
No,
you?
well, I mean, here's the thing: is like we all know how to warp. Like we all know where the fucking hidden warps are in fucking Super Mario. Like this woo. Good job, guy.
You
Like I'm not.
totally got sucked in. You watched
No,
all 20
man.
minutes, huh?
I
You
I
watched like
started.
19 minutes and 30 seconds. Huh?
No, as soon as he made his second warp, which was like a minute and a half into it, I was like, oh, he's just trying to fucking beat Bowser real quick. And the motherfucker kept dying in the same place. Every motherfucker keeps dying on the fucking final castle. I was like, dude, no. It's just like, I was like he's like 3 minutes into it and he's at the final castle, right? Like 3 minutes into it and he's at the final castle. I'm like, that's fucking hauling ass. That's fucking great. But this motherfucker died and died. I don't know what the fuck he did after that. After the second time he died, I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Slow down. Calm down, Kanye. Like you gotta finish the finish line here. Anyway, so
Yeah,
I
didn't know.
get stuck in these things.
I didn't know that the Twitch was a thing.
Oh yeah, people get like hella money for playing fucking like what is it, fork knife?
Oh, yeah. So
Or other shit. I don't know.
okay. I didn't know that TikTok banned people for doing dumb shit.
Well, so they have like I posted our meetup down in Salt Lake, and they revoked it because there was firearms present.
Was there firearms present
In the video? Yeah. Yeah, because we were
was?
shooting. Yeah, I did the slow-mo of you and Tro shooting.
Oh, when we were up on the mountain, you said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, Salt Lake." I thought you were talking about Salt Lake, like 2 years ago, I guess.
There
A
was
year ago?
definitely That was a year ago. There's definitely firearms present there too, but
Yeah,
we
I
just
just
didn't
weren't
fucking
like,
pull them out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what happens, but at some point I don't know what I click on, but I'll think that I'm on TikTok, and then I'll be on Instagram, and then I'll be like, what the fuck? And I'll go to close it out, and I'm also on Facebook, and I'm like, holy fuck, there's way too much happening here. And at that moment, I realized that I have now been on a dopamine kick and 30-second blast for 5 fucking hours.
You've just been
And the
destroyed
fucking
by
work
all the
call that
socials.
I was on has now been over, and I'm supposedly supposed to take notes, but my give a fuck meter is broken because I wanted to learn how to fucking forge something in a forge of nothing but a stack of pennies.
Or see somebody get beat up.
Well, yeah, there's that too. I mean, yeah. I think my favorite ones are when somebody's picking on like a handicap kid and then like somebody rolls up and just fucking wrecks the dude picking on the handicap kid.
Dude,
Just mud stomps them.
it's probably totally staged, but have you seen that one where the dude, it's like a road rage one, and the dude comes up to his window, he's like, I'm gonna beat you off. He's like, what? You're gonna beat me off? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you off. It's like, that doesn't sound right. Like,
Oh yeah.
shit.
I've seen that one. I think that was a skit. But yeah, no, there's
I'm gonna beat your dick off.
dude, I watched one today where the guy just has like this whole thing about fuck around, find out. I can't remember who it was, and I followed him because he's hilarious. He's like Aussie man, but it's with like dudes who find like bad guys trying to steal cars in Brazil, and then they find out they'll hold somebody at
Oh yeah, because
gunpoint.
that was like a big problem, right?
Yeah, so like these motorcycles will roll up and fucking try to like steal somebody's car or whatever. And like nobody even fucking blinks, just like through the car, bat, 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 fuck you, bitch, you're dead. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, we got a fucking another one bites the dust, let's fucking go. And you're just like, I'm gonna continue watching this because like I fucking hate thieves. So
Oh, dude, I saw a funny one with like two porch pirates, and this lady, she like parked her car in the middle of the street, left it running,
oh dude, I saw
and
this one
then
too.
ran up the stairs, and this other dude's like, wait, excuse me, let me grab this real quick. Like grabs it, runs back down the stairs, gets in her car, and takes off. And then she's wearing a mask trying to ask the person for help. I was like, oh, that is so good. I hope it's real. Like
Oh fuck,
like
it's
instant karma.
dude, it's fucking real. It's real, dude. This whole conversation, by the way, is the main subject of tonight's men's mental health area.
We got into it really fast. On
Yeah,
accident.
we did, yeah, but I mean, we were like in the agenda. It says just general mosh pitting. Have fun mosh pitting. Fuck me in the goat's ass. Fucking
You
second
really
time.
zinged that one.
Yeah, second week of fucking Adam Sandler references.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. And if you guys haven't listened to that, go fucking listen to that album. It's
Yeah, isn't it like, yeah. Wasn't it like, no, it
what
wasn't.
what the it's what the hell happened to me? And it was like
Yeah.
it came out in 96 or 97.
Maybe the cartoon that goes with it is hilarious.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Oh, do you remember the nighttime is the right time? The nighttime is the right time. This shit's fucking hilarious. Where like there's the mob and like little whatever fucking little Adam is saying his name's like A B B. Gotta respect the B. Shut the fuck up, Jimmy. It's fucking stupid. This is why our generations are fucked.
You're so screwed because they didn't grow up on Adam Sandler.
No, it's because we grew up on Adam Sandler, and just that's how we talk to our kids now. It's like,
They're
shut the
just-
fuck up, Sammy. Shut the fuck up.
They have no idea.
They have no clue. They don't
One day
know
they're
that.
gonna be like, Dad, we found this really cool video on YouTube. Like, dude, that's why I've said that to you for all these years.
Yeah.
Like, if they just start typing in things that we say to them, like on Google, they'll find out that we had no original thoughts.
Also, that's a foregone like thing for this social media thing.
What? Like quoting movies?
No. We talked about it earlier. We have a social media men's mental health theory that we're gonna pose about some shit. So let's get into it. You ready?
Let's go. Engage.
Engaged. All right, cool. All right, so let's start off with social media and men's mental health. The two don't fucking go together.
No, they're so bad. There's
like
I find myself dumber and more depressed after I've been on social media.
100%, dude. Like, because there is no good on social media. Like, you look at Facebook, it originally started as this market or this congregation of humanity, right? And then every fucking dickbag in the entire world was like, you like, hey man, check out this cool view. Like, fuck that view. It's fucking bullshit. It's probably all fake anyways. And they just like shit on your parade.
Should
And
have
like,
stayed at MySpace.
dude,
Should have stayed
I
at
mean,
MySpace.
should have fucking stayed in MySpace. Fucking
We fucked
because
up.
we fucked up. Oh,
I
man.
wish Tom
It's
could bring it back.
it's the fucking phone call from The Hangover.
Yeah.
Hey, we fucked
We're
up.
we're gonna have to erase these pictures.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Shit, I wonder if I could go back and like find my profile pictures from MySpace.
Fuck, they're on the they're probably on the dark web, and some fucking dude's like trying to figure out whether or not you're an Ahmed or a Mexican.
That could be true.
And they're either way, they're slowly stroking it to it.
Probably. Oh, it's
Either
like
way.
the long smooth stroke.
Yeah, they're just trying to like they're building up pressure to figure. Once they figure out, then they're just gonna scream. They're gonna sing. They're either gonna nut to Allah Akbar or they're gonna be like Yipa Andale.
Gonna sound like Speedy Gonzalez.
Fuck yeah, you should. That's real. So in the social media realm, right? So we talked about it, I think two episodes ago. But like, it's fucking hard to not fucking get sucked in, dude. I find myself. And I was like, I'm gonna be the light. I'm gonna be like the fucking guidance of the world. I'm gonna have the discipline to say fucking no. No, I don't. And the reason why is because work pisses me off and I don't give a fuck about what
And
they're
you're
talking
like,
about.
yeah.
I'm just like, you know what's really cool? Learning or watching a fucking grizzly bear rip apart a fucking black bear from one of our friends who sent us that in the middle of the day. That's
Right.
that's way more cool
And then you're like,
than
what's the
this
next
phone
video?
call.
Is it gonna be another one? Fuck. Now I'm sucked in because it's like a car doing fucking gnarly burnouts.
Oh, then after that, it's like, oh, fuck, dude. Falcon's like a fucking eagle dragging fucking shit
Yeah.
off the top of a mountain and dropping it and eating it. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Like,
I'm all
those
right.
are
Well,
all the cool things.
I'm in. Oh, now there's a firearm thing. Did you know that this man decided he wanted to shoot a fucking like a legit missile out of a one-shot missile and fucking dislocate his shoulder? Just to say he fucking shot this giant ass round that's like 2,000 grains of fucking powder. Oh,
Totally
that
worth
seems,
it. Totally worth it.
And now we're down the hole, and then every now and again they'll like sprinkle a little bit, like, you know, some flesh in there,
Yeah.
and
So yeah.
just it's like hitting every dopamine kick the
Yeah.
whole way
It's just
down.
like, oh, yeah.
Anything you
Sucks.
like.
Yeah.
At your
It's all
fingertips.
there. You fucking talk about it, and it's like in your newsfeed.
Yep, guaranteed. So I have found, right? So like the less that I'm on my phone, the happier I am.
Oh, dude, me too. And I think that might be like subconsciously one of the reasons why I went golfing so many times this year is because when I'm golfing, I have no fucking reason to be on the phone. I'm there torturing myself by playing shitty golf. And I usually have my brother or some buddies around, and we're just knocking back beers, getting shittier at golf as we go.
Yeah. That aiming juice, man. Don't work.
Yeah. It's an aiming fluid, man. It's like that. It's like playing pool, dude. You have like that like
You got-
seven
that's
that
the-
7 to 8 beer ratio where you're like on fire. And then after that, it's just like, fuck, dude. Might as well just
Yeah.
get on Facebook because you suck.
Yeah, for real. Well,
But
you know
yeah. You're happy the whole time.
well, dude, that's why I spent so much time hunting this year, man. I fucking put so many miles. I mean, I took a lot of photos on my phone because like they were viewed, like, you know, having a TBI, right? Like I don't remember everything that I see and do. And I do a lot of fucking crazy shit, apparently. I don't really think though. I think I do, but everybody else thinks I do fucking wild and crazy shit because they apparently, you know, if you post one or two things on Instagram, like
You're a wild
fucking
and crazy guy.
wild and crazy guy or whatever, right? But like the thing is like I take photos for me, right? And then they come up in memories on my phone, and like, you know, I post them to social media because for the longest time I would have a hard time just even remembering people that I hung out with. and certain nights that were really important. So I posted them there and used like Facebook as kind of like my own personal diary that the world could see, right? Not like, dear diary, today I decided that I might off myself and my dog saved me. No, no. But like, here's a picture of Monty. And then know that, that, remember
Ah,
that.
fuck, that was the day. Yeah.
That was a day. Yeah. So, and by the way, I got some scotch coming up on the 28th.
Oh, look, you got a
There's
thumbs
a
up
fucking
too.
thumbs up. Good. Yeah. So I got some scotch for the 28th when we do Montana Remembrance Day. So probably gonna be fucking shit housed again on that day.
That does happen.
Yep. But like I was using it for that, and now here's the fucking the hardest problem, and I want to blame it on the fact that I got to do social media shit for the company. But like, I don't do social media shit very often for the company.
Bro, you do so much social media though, so you
Uh,
have to do it.
I know that's what the thing is like I want to say that I'm on Twitter and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and fucking whatever other Snapchat for the company, right? But that's the self-inflicted fucking battle. I literally don't know the difference between four of them.
Yeah, I forgot all about Snapchat.
Dude, Snapchat for
I don't
business is
have
a thing.
I don't have it either. I have fucking Instagram that you made me that I randomly post on.
But you fucking
Mostly
get sucked
repost.
into mostly.
Yeah, I get sucked into it all the time because it's got the best car videos. Um, and then I have like my own Facebook that I never post on. I talk shit every once in a while to my buddies, but that's about it.
Yeah. It's so fucking hard too. Like, and like this is like the men's mental health part, right? So like you're on this dopamine kick. But men, we function better when we actually go do man things.
Go do something. Yeah.
Right. And when I start scrolling on my phone, like I can't watch TV anymore. I
No.
gotta fucking hide my phone because I'll
You
turn on
just,
a fucking movie and I'm like, oh, that reminded me. And then I'll in the fucking feeds and the reels and that shit.
oh yeah, it's the
Or
worst.
and then like I literally I got a fucking phone problem. Like we
A
started this
cellular
fitness.
phone.
Yeah, we started this fucking fitness challenge, and I'll be honest, if we're calling a spade, bro, I ain't done shit on that because, well, twofold. But one is the real reason, the other one is not a real reason, right? So one is the building and all the requirements to get this fucking thing finalized has consumed every waking hour outside of my job. But I could be lifting when I'm listening to these stupid fucking conference calls that I'm supposed to take notes, but I just record it and I send out the
Right.
recording.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's a problem. Like as far as
yeah.
fitness goes, like I think I fit a cheeseburger in my face today.
Mm.
I've done that.
We're just calling it dirty bulking.
Yeah, it's bulking season for sure. It's bulking season.
So here's the not New Year's resolution. This is just a generalized resolution, right? So I've
Be
taken
less
some.
fat.
Okay, we can go with that. We start there, but I was actually talking about the social media thing. But like that's fine. Like wasn't like a one of those questions where I ask you and you don't actually, and then you are required to retort.
Oh,
It was
sorry.
a non-rhetorical question.
My bad.
But yeah, I
I
mean,
read I read the room all wrong.
yeah, it's fine. It's happened a couple times today. Not just for you, for everybody.
Never.
Well, for one other people's. Um, so here's the thing, right? So I have a plan. So in the very near future, you'll be seeing a lot more of me on social media. Good luck to you all. I hope you guys realize that I'm a fucking idiot. And if you don't, then you've been not listening very long.
Is the Chad coming back?
No, Vico's coming out strong.
One of his other alter egos.
The fucking Waco kid is rolling through, right?
Yes. Oh, you've embraced the Waco kid now.
No, it's fucking fuck you
You
guys.
used it. It's embraced.
It's whatever, you guys. It's just so much fucking easier just to fucking ignore you guys. Anyway, so I've asked Tro to put together a fucking a schedule for me, right? To do social media posting, right?
Right.
Because that's really the gateway to reaching out and touching people and talking to people, right? That's really what it is because the world is that. If we were still doing fucking, if people still gave a shit about shit in their mail, we'd be doing mailers. This would
Ooh,
be
yeah.
way easier.
I'd be licking all the envelopes.
Oh man, I would be fucking teabagging their drum sets, bro, all
Dude, you would
day
be
long.
touching so many people.
I mean, like not wrong. So, um, I think that for it that's going to be step one of helping, right? The step two is actually something we've talked about, and it's the difference that separates a man from a fuckboy, or the meek, or the not even meek. Let's call him fucking weak. A man from the weak, and that's just the discipline, right? So like, I have made, except for today, a concerted effort to get up every day at 6 as soon as my alarm goes off, and just get up no matter what. Not hit the alarm because, like, I used to. I mean, outside of hunting season, dude, I'd sleep in until like 7 minutes before that first call. I need to
Just enough
fucking
to like splash some water on your face.
I just need to fucking look at the fucking agenda, and I can run a call because I've been doing it for so long. Like, I can run any call because there's no difference in the call structure, right? Technologies change, people change, whatever, but like it's same structure. So I just ask the
Right.
same questions, and I get different answers.
And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like I have gone into autopilot mode in life.
No, I mean, like,
Oh,
do you ask that question?
No. I ask questions like, all right, so you're not the project stakeholder. What do they say? Well, we don't know. Okay, cool. Well, we have to stop this conversation so that way we can talk to the stakeholder because they're the ones who signed this and they pay the bills. Those are questions I ask. Or, so what happens if you don't do the things you're supposed to do? Well, then this fails. What happens if we fail? Well, then, like, people start losing their jobs. Okay, so like, what's your actual real timeline? Those are questions that I really ask.
Yeah,
And
mine goes more like, is that our problem? And usually
feel
the
like
answer's
this,
no. And I'm like,
this,
why are we worrying about it?
yeah, this is a translation over into the bearded Viking.
Yeah, well, at least we'll still be running the calls the same.
I mean,
It'll
that's
just
fine.
be
The
a
same
bunch of
answers.
meatheads instead of whoever.
Yeah, fine. So it's interesting, right? So you have to fucking have that discipline because discipline does equal freedom. And what I mean by that and Jocko wrote a book about it, and he's like fucking all in on the discipline side. And I'm like not a very disciplined human in general. I kind of do a lot of ad hoc stuff, but I do adhere to a disciplined schedule when I can, and when I do, I find more freedom. But like, I started getting up at 6.
Wasn't he like a 20-year guy? Was he a 20-year guy?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jocko?
He was a fucking SEAL commander. So he was a
Yeah,
commander in the Navy. So yeah.
I feel like we see it a lot, like on uh, social media, on the internet, like these guys that have like done this like 10 or 20-year struggle, like with the military, and it's just ingrained, right?
Hmm.
We did our time, which was, not 20 years, and maybe we just have more shitbag in us. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like not that
I
we've been living real life longer, like as far as living in the real world.
hmm
Because I felt like totally while we were in, like we were on a totally different fucking planet.
Oh, dude, we were, man. Like like the shit that fucking happens in the military is like
Yeah.
people want to fucking think that they know. They want to say that they watched a movie. They want to think whatever. It's a 9 to 5 job or a 7 to 4 job or whatever you want to fucking
Well,
call it, right?
the thing was, like, I didn't get stressed out until I became a civilian again.
I didn't have the same experience, but a little bit different nonetheless.
I
And
well,
timeline too.
yeah, I was gonna say you give me
Op
shit for
tempo.
that, but I also went and did a bunch of shit
No, no, no.
too. I
Oh,
did
oh,
all the training, like that's like
No. What I'm
Like,
saying, timeline wise, not MOS wise. I'm not a vet bro. I'm just saying like timeline wise, right? When I met you, I'd already been in for when did you enlist? It was like '06 or '07?
no, 06. Yeah, you
'06.
had already been in.
Yeah, I'd already deployed to Iraq. So but like you're talking like op tempo and like crazy dumb shit and like your timeline, you were in for 4 or 6?
No, I was in for just a little over 4
Okay.
because some wily shit that happened in Okinawa.
Right. So like and this is not I'm not backtracking on my statement. I'm just clarifying it just so we know, right?
Okay.
Because like I feel like every Marine or every soldier, every airman, like yeah, like there's times when you're super stressed because like I don't know if I could deal with like a major asking me for the shit that he asked you for because I'd be like, I fucking hate paperwork, so I didn't do it.
Well, and that was the thing is like it's a different kind of stress,
Mhm.
right? That's I think the differentiation, right? And that's how you know I'm not drunk. I got that word out.
Drink
But
up, buttercup.
yeah, so when you come back, you have like a whole different set of responsibilities. Uncle Sam is no longer mommy and daddy. If your bills are fucked, you're fucked. Like there's nothing to fall back on, right?
That's fair. I can see. I
And
can see what you're saying.
like the stress of your job in the military, yeah, that is stressful, right? Different
Mhm.
aspects of that fucking suck. Daily life fucking sucks. You know that you're gonna fucking get up in the morning and you're gonna have to fucking do some dumb shit. You're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to fucking do fucking Marine Corps food or like whatever the fuck. Like you know that your morning is gonna suck donkey dick, or you're gonna
Every
go on a
morning.
fucking 20-mile hump,
Every morning.
and you know that you're gonna get off work at around the same time sometimes,
Mostly.
and then you're just gonna like go home, eat dinner, and then do it all over again the next day, or
5 days a
whatever.
week. Yeah,
Yeah,
5 days a week.
or you're gonna get absolutely blasted and like get up in an hour and do it,
Right.
right? So
Mhm.
the stresses are totally different from being in the military versus being a civilian. And I think a lot of it, uh, I think those guys that have been in for that long have got that discipline and all that stuff more ingrained in them just because they've been in there so much longer.
There's a or that I want to throw out there.
Or,
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 or mine. Um,
yeah.
or uh, they have been beaten down to the point so much that they're not willing to adapt to a lifestyle outside of it. Now, from my perspective, I would say it's a combination of the two. They're not willing to let go, but also it suits them.
hmm
Right? That's what they've become, and that's where they were raised. That's where they grew up. They became a man in the military. They've been battling. They know the worst of the worst. They know the best people in the world. They, all of these things, and these pieces all were there. And when they come to the civilian world, they have no clue of like the difference. Like the civilian world might as well be fucking Mars to them. And so they are holding on to that structure because, like you said, rolling into the civilian world after fucking years in like just 2 years, just say 2 years in the military.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking weird thing because you know, and I'll use an example, right? So I get back from Iraq and I was in the reserves when we started. I clarified this before. Get back from Iraq and I was responsible for $1.5 million worth of fucking gear. Like that didn't move. I was the E3. I was a fucking 19-year-old combat vet. Came home, and the only thing that I could do was be an assistant manager at a Goodyear.
Shot to the nuts, right?
Yeah, like,
So
h- ugh.
like, and that's what I'm saying is like the difference with these guys too is, and like, don't get me wrong, these guys are total badasses. Like Tim Kennedy, you got like Jocko, and all those guys are just top tier badass
Sure.
dudes, right?
Yeah.
but they and I don't know how it works out because I've never been a fucking SEAL or been like a Delta operator or anything, but just an observation from the outside, and it could be an ignorant observation. It might not. They always have something going when they get out. It
Oh yeah,
seems like
well
for the
no,
most part,
they totally do.
these
Like
they have like
every SEAL writes a book.
yeah, they all have a book deal. They all killed Osama.
No. I don't think that's the thing with SEALs. They're not like every
I
Marine
don't know.
is a sniper.
I saw like 3 fucking books that are like, no, I shot him. I shot him.
Uh, uh,
I don't know. I'm just fucking around. But I'm just saying like they all have like fucking Tim Kennedy did fucking UFC while he was enlisted in the army. Like how the fuck did he make that happen?
I don't know.
Like
It's
your company commander in the Marine Corps, you're like, I'm gonna go fight UFC. I got the main event. It's not gonna be like, well, you don't have to be on duty this week. Like, you know what
no,
I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
how the
It's not gonna.
fuck? Like, I hope that one day, like, we get to meet like some of these guys and ask them like, how the fuck did you make that happen? I mean,
I
it's not
want
like
to.
it's not like we can go back in time and fix it
Oh
or
yeah.
fix our approach, but that I applaud him. I think it's fucking badass. Tim Kennedy's like one of the fucking coolest fucking guys out there. But how the fuck did he do a UFC while he was in the fucking active army?
Does it make you feel this like tell me your instant reaction to this statement real quick. I relate to Sean Ryan because I feel like Sean Ryan relates to me. Sean Ryan is a SEAL and he
Bro,
literally fucking is just a dude.
dude, that's
A
exactly.
fucking hero dude, but he's still just a fucking dude.
He's a dude, yeah, and yeah, he is definitely one of those guys too. He's a dude, and like when I first started listening to his shows, I was like, dude, is he like a fucking like false information guy? Like, is he like, what is going on? Like, he's way too cool and
Super
way too like
mellow.
down to, yeah, way too mellow.
Yeah.
And then you listen to him more, you're like, okay, this dude's fucking, he's a real deal. He's cool as shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I 100% agree. Him
I,
and like Mr. Ballin, that dude, you see him all over YouTube and
yeah.
shit. And he just started his own podcast and stuff now. That guy seems super down to earth, like just a regular dude, but they all had like the drive to get something going. I just like these big time like hero guys. How the fuck did you have all this shit going when you got out?
Yeah, dude. Or even not. Wait, quick question. Did Andy Frisella serve?
That's the
The
first
set
form guy, right?
No, 75 hard guy.
I don't know. I'll look.
Okay. So okay, get back to the social media aspect. I don't want to digress too much because we could talk about this shit for fucking ever. Because like, we're talking like these men are not fucking even low key heroes. They're just fucking heroes. They are like fucking Hercules and fucking, Perseus and fucking every hero, like the John Waynes of today. Like they literally are fucking Wyatt Earp, right? Like to us, they're fucking real. We
Yeah,
served in the same area of operations, probably passed a couple of them, the fucking chow halls
yeah.
throughout
We'd
our
never know.
time. Yeah, because like the military ain't fucking big.
Yeah.
But if
Uh,
you ask me if I know fucking some dude that served in the Marine Corps, the answer is probably no.
I'm just gonna say yes. I always just say yes.
I don't.
Just to fuck with people. It's just
I
more fun for me.
Oh, fair.
I'm like, oh yeah, that guy is a total bitch. Like,
I like it
are you
when
related?
I like it when people start telling me about their sniper stories. Those are my favorite. I like to fucking feed into that. That's my
Yeah, that's
favorite.
so much fun. Yeah, he did first form too.
Oh, was he first form guy? Okay.
Yeah, oh, we have a retraction, by the way.
Oh.
We said something that was wrong.
Oh.
Um, while we're on the social media
Hmm.
topic, we totally misquoted which movie was the fucking retard movie. That was
Tropic Thunder?
no, the Apocalypse movie.
Oh.
The one that the Obamas made or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that movie was not Civil War. That movie is let's see. Leave the World.
Oh yeah, it's all about backwoodsness and being prepared. There's a bunch of
No, it's not. We watched it.
oh
That was the dumbest fucking movie I think I've ever seen. Like I walked upstairs, I think it was after the podcast, actually like immediately after the podcast. And Justine was watching the movie and my sister was up there, like watched some of it with her. And then I walked up and finished watching the movie. And I saw probably a half to three quarters. And I was like,
mhm.
what the fuck is this garbage? She's like, I don't know, it just came up on Netflix as suggested. It was the dumbest, worst pile of shit I've ever fucking seen.
Dude, that
And it
movie
made
has
me sad because Kevin Bacon was in it,
oh
fucking
what
Ethan Hawke was in it, and
what
Julia Roberts was in
not
it.
Sandra Bullock.
No, Julia Roberts. I'm looking
Oh,
at it
is it
right now.
Julia? No, it's Julia Roberts. That's right. All right, right. No, there's a different one.
Yeah. So
Uh,
still like Civil War, that movie, like go see that movie. We didn't watch that movie. That movie hasn't come out yet. This fucking shit. The only reason why it had a good Rotten Tomatoes is because it was fucking
made by the Obamas.
yeah, made by the Obamas. But now look, the reviews are coming out. It's got like almost all ones. It's got like 7,000 ratings on fucking Google, and it's got a 1.8. Like
Well, that's what
it,
happens when a fucking bougie ass aristocrat fucking writes a fucking or produces a film that's about survival.
it was so bad. It wasn't even about survival. It was just about like it was so
Hmm.
incoherent. Anyway, it was
All
fucking
right.
trash. Don't watch it. I just wanted to, since we can't print a retraction, I figured that
Fine. I mean,
I'd say
oh,
it out loud. I was wrong. It wasn't the Civil War. That movie looks badass. I saw a couple trailers now. That fucking movie that they made that's called Leave the World, dumb as shit.
interesting. Going back to social media, that's what actually brought that up. It was on
Yes.
X, right?
Hmm.
I can't say Onyx because Onyx is something that's actually a tool that I use to make sure that I don't fucking hunt in the wrong spot. But it's on X, right?
Yeah.
Or Twitter or whatever it is. Anyway, so there are so many people, which also brings me to my theory that I'll talk about here in a second, that are like so fucking worried that they now got to go fucking create their fucking food stores in cities because of shit like that movie, right? And like the reviews are dumb, and like the people talking about it are all these fucking like blue check mark people, and it's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, no, okay. So back to social media. Social media is literally the antithesis of drive. It is the absolute opposite of drive. Like, it is a drive killer. It's like if you watch too much porn and your brain gets broken and you have a woman standing in front of you naked, you can't get it up, kind of fucking bad for your brain.
It's caused limp brain.
Yeah, because like then you don't get a dopamine kick out of life because you're chasing the next high, which then spirals you downward. It's like it's like more addictive than heroin
Well, yeah,
because it's
it's easier
free
to get. It's
and
easier
it's
to get.
easier to get. Yeah. And it's not true. And like most of the shit's not true. Like I love watching some shit. Like last night, dude, I'm fucking winding down, getting ready to go to bed. Fucking watched we started rewatching Game of Thrones. It's awesome, right? And that's kind of like one of our routine. We watch a movie, like an hour show, and then we fucking rack out, right? Well,
Hmm.
I was fucking wired because I took some sativa, fucking some herb.
Trying to stay awake, motherfucker.
I was like fucking trying to be focused and driven, right? Which is it worked out great for me yesterday. At the end of the day, when I was trying to fucking do 12 hours worth of shit in fucking an hour and a half, which didn't work out at all because I got stoned and I got fucking stuck. But I mean, I love watching some shit. Like I watched this fucking this Chinese dude fucking like use mud to stain or dye clothes, and the whole
Oh,
process.
fuck.
Like I could probably fucking figure it out.
What the fuck are you watching on the
Or
internet?
I'll watch like the fucking dudes build the fucking primitive homes out of mud. Like that shit's fucking cool as shit to me. Or fucking sticks.
So this was really hard to find, and I'm gonna interrupt you, because I don't know why it was hard to find, but the only thing I could find about it was that he joined the military after high school, but he was medically discharged,
Boot
and he
camp
was
fucking dropout.
diagnosed with severe asthma.
Boot camp dropout. That's what that is.
So
I'm sorry. I think the dude is a badass, but like his whole fucking the process on being disciplined is the meaning that that man realizes that he bitched out and he grew from it and changed
I
and is
mean,
better.
maybe. I mean, asthma is like asthma, right? So
Maybe.
so
Or maybe he was a chubby kid.
oh, he says that his appetite for junk food was a lot. So um I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what kind of
Look, we all have
kid he was. He has his biography and stuff, kind of on the front page of his website, but it seems like he's a cool dude. Seems like
no.
he figured it out. He doesn't have asthma now. It doesn't seem like.
Okay, listen. We last episode I talked about how I was a shitbag, right? And how I've grown and learned from that, right? Doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to a lot of people. In that moment in time, whatever it is, whatever assumptions we can make, he wasn't cut out for military service regardless, right? And now he lives his life in a great way, and he actually has a great message, and he's helped millions of people. I cannot fault the man in any aspect of that. And dude is fuck, man, he's everything that he says he is. He fucking lives his live hard fucking program. He is an exemplary man when it comes to that shit. He follows it through and through.
Yeah,
And
I
there's
mean,
like many people that will fucking back that statement. So all shit talking aside, because I did the 75 hard and fuck you for inventing it, but I did it in one run. So, okay. So back to what I was saying about social media. We're having one of those ADD fucking nights.
yeah, it's all over. Like if you keep following along, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, fucking mad props. Uh, so the social media thing, right? If you break it down in a very simple form, as soon as you start scrolling, you can expect that 30 minutes to up to 5 hours is gone.
It just disappeared.
In that 30 minutes to 5 hours, you're not only losing time, which is the only thing that we can't get back in life, but you're also losing motivation and drive because you're not in the real world. And here's the fucked up part. We both know this, and we both fucking send each other goddamn reels at 2 o'clock in the morning.
All the fucking time. And the
Like
thing about it is too, is like it's totally like a brain drain. Like 100%.
yeah.
But yeah, we still fucking do it. And it's just like we've lost our discipline, right?
Oh yeah, dude, we're feral. We're
Yeah.
feral as fuck.
Absolute feral. Like I'm fat and feral. You're medium fat and feral. You know.
Yeah. I got some good shoulders these days.
One day
I
we'll get
got
back on track.
Yeah. Well, we challenged everybody else to do it. We got to lead by example. So we should probably step up our fucking game.
We probably should.
So let's talk about social media too.
Yeah.
Beyond that, right? So in the course of probably could have been 5 hours, but I'm gonna say like 30 minutes. I sent you and a bunch. I mean, on the phone thing is obviously a ridiculous thing, right? So the phone thing is we have the BVMC core,
Yeah.
right? And then we have another group chat. And then we have the hunting chat. And then we have the external
So many.
fucking chat.
So
And then
many
we
fucking
have
chats.
like the signal chat that I don't even fucking know if it exists anymore, but it's there apparently. And then we have another fucking text message chat and then a fucking another text message chat with random groups of people.
Yeah.
And like me and you do pretty good at staying in one area. But other people that edit this podcast post in all of them.
I was like, fuck, just give it to me in one fucking place.
Just
I'm like
I love
rolling
you.
through.
I'm and it's not just him. I'm just calling him out because he's the one who edits it, so I don't care. Right. No, it happens across the board. Like, the face will do it. And like, the one who's the best at not doing that is fucking Doc. He is fucking socially not present and he
He is
posts
just
only.
Ghosted. He just posts his hate for the thumbs up button.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, that's it. Like, he's like diatribe, awesome fucking rant.
If you want to piss him
hilarious.
off, have an Apple phone. And when you're texting him and he texts you something, send him the thumbs up. He loves that.
No, just thumbs up it or heart it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
7 times
so
in a
hot,
row.
dude. I can't even do a hoodie anymore. So
No.
hot. I'm dying.
All
I'm
right.
dying.
So, while you're stripping for the folks at home who are
Fuck
watching
yeah,
this
dude.
show, this is a shout out for Bob Campbell. Look at that ass. Look at
Dude,
it.
you're lucky I'm even wearing a fucking shirt underneath this thing.
Yeah. Real talk.
Woo.
So, there you go. Looking all fresh and so clean. All right, here.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
back.
So, I sent you like these fucking big time creators, right? And I say big time because I don't actually know if they're big time.
They're bigger time than us.
It's not hard to do.
I mean, everybody's bigger time than us.
Not everybody.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people in the world, right? But like we're small fish in a big fucking ocean. We're clownfish in an ocean.
Dude,
Like we haven't even left the fucking coral yet.
We're like the turtle that still hasn't hatched. It's got to make it off the beach. Like,
Yeah, fair. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's where we're really at, right? And it's cool, right? But like these dudes are fucking. Very first thing, I fucking talked like we talked about. What was the first one I sent you? Like the being a lone wolf, right? And how you can't be a lone wolf anymore. Like you need a fucking tribe. You need your men. You need to find hard-hitting motherfuckers that align with your morals. And like we literally talked about that like 6 months ago. Okay.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. And then like we know that there's like one big one out there that definitely stole it from us. That stole what was happening from us. But now I don't think that there's like the others that you sent me. I mean, they're definitely not. It's just dudes having the same type of like they're seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they saw a clip and it resonated, but I don't think these guys are out there. A couple of them were really well known, and they're sending out the same kind of message on different podcasts or different interviews or whatever.
All right, you want to go first on the theory, or you want me to go on the theory?
Oh,
so we need to give everybody the backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, so I send these clips. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like in text, like literally, dude, what the fuck? And I was like, I have a theory. I'm like, I have a theory. And he's like, the Jarl was like, yo, like, I want to hear your theory. I'm like, let's talk about the podcast. Let's surprise each other. Because if it's absolutely the same, then I don't know. We'll find out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my theory. I'm going off of like what I think to be true, not know to be true.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that in humanity we hit an apex. Like we're never going to be as great as we once was. Right? There's a country song to that. And
Toby Keith.
Yeah. But in reality, I think that humanity's probably dead and we're living in a hive mind. And what I mean by that, maybe we're not dead, whatever, but like we have a hive mind. I feel like maybe we're living a simulation. We live in a simulation, and this is the thing is like we start recognizing shit on a humanic level. It's not a word, but fucking write it down.
You just fucking made it up.
A fucking humanic level.
Just go on Urban Dictionary, dude.
And we start seeing this repetitive process of things that are fucking failing in society. And it just takes one person to say it out loud and it catches fire immediately. You couldn't even hear that fucking snap.
I could.
You heard the snap, but you can't hear the
Humanic is a word, in fact.
What's the definition today?
The subject or study of human nature or human affairs.
Shut the fuck up. I fucking pulled
Had
that
to fucking
right
know,
out
just-
of my ass.
God.
God. Fucking
All right,
thumbs up to me.
So they are the same but different. I was not going with we're all plugged into the matrix, but my theory was that it is a collective consciousness.
Mm.
And I think that the human condition has always been a collective consciousness.
Yeah.
I think that now with social media and the things that are around us, it makes it easier for us to see how much of like a hive mindset we actually have.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing stopping us from scrolling for fucking hours and hours. Like 5 hours you go scrolling, or an hour and a half you go scrolling. Like you're going to see something that either sticks in your brain or that you said that somebody else is saying too. So I think that maybe we've seen it too before and subconsciously thought about it and said things. Or what's happening is because these men that are saying it are all around the same age as us.
Yeah.
Give or take,
that 35
give or
to
take
45
5 to
range.
10. Yeah. So what I think might be happening too is it kind of, and I disagree about the apex. I don't think we're at the apex. I think we definitely hit a fucking hump in the road, but I think that humanity has a lot more good shit left to do.
No, our apex was when we fucking lost the civilizations.
So, well, it could be. Or we could be trying to get back there.
We're just on that fucking slingshot that we have. We're on the fucking...
Right. But the thing is, too, is like, I think that there's what we're seeing now on social media, it's never been seen before, and it's never happened before in such a way. And right now you have a bunch of men that are coming into that 35 to 45-year-old range that have a platform and the ability to reach out and try and help other dudes.
Mhm.
And I think that there might be a lot more self-recognition that maybe like our dads had that they never talked about or never knew that they actually had. And right now, and hopefully, we're part of it. We're part of, our own little corner trying to talk about it. But I think of what we put out is like self-recognition and things that we're recognizing through, our trials and tribulations.
Mhm.
And when it comes to make sure that you have a tribe, we figured that out. It took us a long time, but we figured it out, and we're self-recognizing that.
Yeah.
We're figuring out that you're going to lose friends and your circles are going to change because you're going to outgrow each other. Other dudes are figuring that out. So I think it's kind of a collective consciousness or like a collective recognition that we're all going through this now, and the ones that have any kind of platform or that have the ability to are trying to help other dudes that don't know what the fuck is going on.
I agree with you on that 100%. Like, so
mine's not as far out and as cool as yours, but that's what I mean.
Like when I say simulation, I just feel like there's Like we've never been to space.
Mhm.
Like I that's just like we live in the Truman Show. Like it's not a simulation in the fact that it's like
It's
like the
not the Matrix.
Matrix. No,
Yeah.
no, it's like there's people fucking watching us for entertainment outside of this.
Fuck, I hope so. I hope it's a good show
Oh
too.
fuck, I mean there I
It's a
there
drama. It's a
there
drama
is
or a
no
thriller.
no, it's a comedy. It's like a fucking an action cat. It's like fucking Deadpool.
I don't know. They're like all taking bets on whether we're gonna blow ourselves up or not.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
we're at like fucking minute 12:58 on the fucking world
on the
clock. So
atomic clock. Yeah,
the
the
atomic clock.
doomsday clock.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a reality. I find that to be honestly reinforcing of my thought because we were on the same page and we didn't have to really talk about it. And
Yeah,
granted, we talk about a lot of the same things, but we have differing opinions on a lot of shit.
yeah.
We're not just like the Jarl and Vico. No, no, man. Like y'all don't see us outside of this. We have like open
We
spirited debates.
we don't have group think.
No, it sometimes it may seem like that, but it's not the truth. Not the truth.
Common sense is not group think.
No, but it's also not a common virtue. Like that
It's
should
not.
be. We need a fucking mead shirt that says "Common sense is not a common virtue." Drink more mead.
No shit. Don't you fucking take that if you're listening to us. We know who
Fuck
you are,
off.
motherfucker.
There's like all fucking 100 of you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I'll fucking hurt you.
yeah,
I'm talking about the one who steals shit.
yeah. So okay, so digressing off of that. So like, here's what I'm going to try to implement. Not at the new year, right now.
No, I think we need to talk more about this.
The group thing.
Because because do you think it's dudes that are, that 35 to 45 years, like having that self-recognition and trying to help other dudes? Or
No,
do you
I think
think it's just
no, I think that's real. I agree with you on that aspect. Here's what I think that actually happens when you go through life. I think that you get to 30 and you realize you don't want what you were doing, but you want better. You spend 5 years trying to figure out what better actually is. And then you realize that better is just being with the people you love and care about and watching the world pass by because you don't give a fuck. And when you realize that, you find a truth that is inalienable. I'm not drunk either.
you
Uh,
made up one word, it ended up being true.
I mean, I'm fucking batting 1,000.
and now,
Just
and now
put me
you're
in the
George
Hall of
Washington.
Fame.
Now you're George Washington the shit out of this.
Yeah, yeah. Like, here's the truth about that, though. Like, you find out that, like, for me personally, it was probably like 34, 35-ish, maybe 36 in that range. When I realized I literally fucking don't care about other people's opinions of me. There's a huge friend group change that happened shortly in that area for me, and when that friend group fucking shifted, I realized that they weren't friends; they were imposters in my life for me. Now, some of them wrote me off, and I wrote some of them off, and I've made bad choices in my life, and so on and so forth. Nothing is about my story is different than anybody else's story. It's not different than yours, Al. It's the same thing. Like we have this fucking this piece, and then you get there, and you realize that your priorities have shifted as you've grown. And prior to this, you just had men fucking pushing it all down to the bottom of their sea bag instead of talking about it,
I
and
think
they
I
would
think they're
suffer
still pushing it
through.
down.
Oh,
I think
they for sure are, but less.
I think they're still pushing it down. I think that it's like dudes like us, um, and the people that are kind of growing up on video and with this social media stuff that have grown up with it, that are trying to help other dudes not fucking do the bad thing,
Yeah.
not not suck start a shotgun, not do this, like, hey dude, what you're going through is fucking normal. like, don't do it.
Yeah, no,
Stay alive. Like it's gonna get better.
yeah. I mean, we have a dude that was talking to us today when I did that buddy check on him. That was talking about like how hard it is, but how he's working through it, and it's fucking weird, dude.
The positivity though, the
No,
positivity is
he is
awesome.
fucking yeah. No, that was awesome, but it's weird because it's that fucking range, that age range when that fucking it's like it's so maybe it was a midlife crisis or coined as a midlife crisis, but I feel like it's an awakening.
Yeah, like our dads might have bought cars and fancy lawnmowers or something, but like we're just trying to fucking figure it out. I
Yeah,
think.
we're just like okay, so our generation, like everybody knows somebody who died in war. Everybody knows somebody who fucking committed suicide due to PTSD. That's not a fucking uncommon occurrence anymore, right?
No. Yeah, not for like our generation of warriors for sure.
No.
And
Um,
there's more of us out there than people realize too.
yeah. So like one of the biggest things that I would say is that like in that grasp or that moment, right, of that 35 to 45, let's even go up to 50. Let's say there's a 15-year gap up or down from 40, right? I'd say that in that range, you have men now coming to the realization that they matter and they're no longer going to stand quiet while all of these other detractors of life scream. And you have
Oh yeah.
you have you have men that are literally banding together. It's like find your motherfuckers, right? Simple, simple, simple.
I mean
Find
I feel bad at this point, honestly, for these females that are out there just saying that
dude,
I want a dude that's I saw this fucking thing. I was scrolling,
weird.
saw this thing, and the dude was like, "Do you know how many people in the world are over 6 feet tall?" And it was like 14% of people or something like that. And then
Hmm.
he's like, "Do you know how many people in the United States make over $100,000 a year?" And it was like 7% of people. He's like, "Do you know how many?" He's like, "And we're not even to uh taking looks into the equation yet." He's like, "But do you know how many people out of those would be considered good looking?" And it was like another like 10% of Americans were considered good looking. He's like, and then you put it all together, and it was like 0.12% of the population are what these women are looking for, over 6 feet tall, good looking, make over $100,000 a year.
Yeah, man. I mean, I never had that whole like tall, dark, and handsome thing going for me. I'm a fucking blonde hair, blue eyed fucking dude. So I was always hoping for the girl who is like, in reference to a show that you've never seen. Um, you know,
So we're
I,
going to the Princess Bride.
it's
I
facts. You know,
don't know why. Fuck it.
like I want these girl. Growing up, I was always like, well, I'm like the Princess Bride. I'm Wesley. Like I'm a fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy who's got eyes that are like, the sea after a storm. Like that's what I got,
No,
and
it's just I feel bad for them because these
yeah.
these they have, and it's the generation behind us that have done this whole social media thing their whole lives, right?
Yeah.
And they have these unreal expectations, and now they're starting to become like 25, 28, 30, like these
Yeah.
ages, and these dudes are like, fuck this, fuck you, there's nothing in it for me, like like it's not worth it, I'm gonna lose half of everything that I have, like
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing.
there's nothing that makes this good for a dude, because if somebody goes off the rails and your loving wife decides to go like cheat or do whatever, and or just up and doesn't like you anymore, you've lost half. And it's like, what's the point? So yeah, I feel sorry for these girls. They're not gonna get married.
Well, I mean, my daughter's in that realm. She found a dude who's a solid dude, right? And I'm, after 30, wait, hold on, 37 years, I finally found mine. Right? You lucked out early. Your brother hasn't found his yet. But I mean, but
Right.
he also seeks out to destroy red flags.
Yeah, he is. Like he is the flag football champ.
No, for real.
If you're wearing red flags, you're getting tackled.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. If you've got daddy issues and you have like
You
all
like
of the
to eat cake,
and you call it cake, he's in. It's fine. Love you, Bo. Fucking huge shout out to you. But and honestly, in great conversations with him too. Like he's in the age of, I want to call it a renaissance age, because like you really do reinvent yourself in that.
But it's saying like, what the fuck is the point, right?
Well, no, and that's what we had a
Yeah.
candid conversation. I'm gonna be very brief on it, but basically like he's like, I don't fucking care about bitches anymore. He's like, I'm not even really paying attention. Like I got, he's got his lineup, right? But he doesn't care about his lineup anymore.
His harem.
Yeah, but if you talk to him, he don't care about it. He'd rather spend time with me and you. He definitely would rather spend time with his kids. And like what does the world have to offer a man that's an honest man anymore?
Yeah,
Nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's so twisted.
Like, just you're gonna offer me sex? Like I saw, that I don't know the fucking name of the show, but there's that dude, and he gets a lot of flack for being a quote unquote misogynist. He's a white dude, and he asks questions to these like girls that are like, mid-20s, and they have.
Oh yeah, he's the one who
OnlyFans.
like does like the round tables and stuff.
Yeah,
that's the same guy that was like, these are the percentages that I just told you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the same guy. Yeah.
I don't know what his name is. I don't know either. I see him all the time because I never fucking see the name of the fucking show because I'm totally
it's just
tuned
funny
in.
Because like he gets bitches mad and they like get up and leave.
Well, the one that I saw recently that is not leaving any of my stuff is like there's a super liberal white chick, and she's like, I'm sorry, but looking at you guys are just misogynist. And he was like, excuse me, how am I a misogynist? Like, can you define misogyny? Because I've addressed you with respect. We're having an open debate, and we're talking about things that create resentment in the opposite sex. And she's like, starts crying, and she's like, I gotta go. And he's like, oh, okay, like you're free to leave. Like there's no, like I'm not gonna fucking stop you. Like, and she got up and she fucking literally bailed in the middle of the fucking podcast, the interview, crying because he asked her to define misogyny.
She just had a mental breakdown because she had no fucking idea what she was doing. No idea what she was doing there. No business. Yeah.
And that is an example of the gal who's going to bitch about men her entire life. But like,
and ladies, we know you're not all bad.
No.
We know it's not all bad.
No, but we're coming at it from a perspective of what the population is, right? And on the flip side, let's be frank and fair. There are not many men left in this world. There are a bunch of fuckboys who pretend to be men, and a bunch of gangbangers who want to be gangbangers, but they don't know gangbanging they don't know fucking fighting, right? They don't fucking know. Like when I was a skater,
I'd put a early 90s gangbanger up against a gangbanger nowadays, and I'd bet on him 9 times out of 10. Yeah, like those OG dudes, they actually.
Do you want to fucking know scary? You want to know scary? You go fucking talk to a 90s gangbanger,
right?
Or a 90s skate kid. Yeah,
yeah.
They're fucking terrifying. Just hearing them speak, you're like, okay. And I'm like not afraid of most things, but like if I'm having a conversation with them,
at that time you knew not to fuck with people.
Just fucking don't, because there's a fuck around find out scale. And
there wasn't a keyboard. There was not a
No.
keyboard to hide behind. You were gonna get your
No.
fucking ass beat.
And they would fucking beat your ass to teach you a lesson and leave you be,
Yeah,
unless
send
you
you on your way.
did something fucking stupid.
Yeah,
And then,
nowadays these idiots want to go up behind a fucking old lady and punch him in the head.
or they
It's
want to
like,
just pull out a gun and shoot somebody in a fist fight.
yeah, it's like,
Like, it's fucking,
good job, bud. Yeah.
yeah. Or just shoot fucking people for no reason because they have no remorse because society is broken. So,
Right.
ladies, understand this, right? Everything we're saying in this is also a mirror of current state males.
And like what we see. And
yeah,
what is on social media, what is, what we've been sucked into, the things that we see from day to
and
day.
even then the algorithm is fucked too because like you like one thing or you like it like similar things multiple times. That's all you see because that's what it's going to provide you. It doesn't provide you an alternative perspective, which is
Right.
what also creates a division in the country. There is no middle ground anymore because the algorithm doesn't allow for a middle ground concept.
Yeah, you have to click on things that you don't like to get like any kind of truth.
super. Yeah, like you got to
Or just put your phone down and go the fuck outside.
Yeah, but then you
I
still
think
run into people who don't look at who can't do that.
I know, but I think when you see people in the wild, because that's what it is, it's the fucking wild nowadays. I think that you will, if you go out there enough, and like I don't like being around a bunch of people either, but if you go out there enough, you'll see that people are not as divided in person
Nah, nobody
as
gives a shit
everything
who you
puts.
vote. Nobody gives a shit about who you voted for. Although if you did vote for Biden, I'm mocking you.
If there's a fucking purple-haired like hippopotamus, that's the only person who gives a fuck.
And even then, they don't think that they're fucking ballsy enough to talk to you about it in person.
No.
Because like they understand the concept of humanity, which is you're different and it's okay, and none of us give a
Well,
shit.
and there's no keyboard again.
Yeah, fair.
But
Well, fair.
if you go walking around, honestly, and like, well, you and I are a lot the same when we go places, start talking to people, say hi, talk to the cashier, um, you know, just whatever,
Mhm.
interact with people. And people are, for the most part, pretty happy. It seems like
People are
they
people.
they hate paying high prices for groceries and fuel, and that's everybody. I I don't care who the fuck you talk to. Go outside. You could be in fucking New York or New Hampshire or Montana or Utah or California. Everybody is fucking tired of paying a shit ton of money for food and for
Mhm.
gas. That's a consensus. But I was in California not too long ago, and dude, people are still nice for the most part. Don't fuck with them; they won't fuck with you.
Yeah, give them their
And
6 feet.
yeah,
That was the best part of the pandemic. Bitch, you gotta stay 6 feet away from me. I don't want to fucking be that close.
dude, serious. Like, I just don't want you fucking touching me, dude. But yeah, I think that there's still good people out there. I think the media twists it, social media twists it,
I
and
think I don't even think that social media does it on purpose. I think that they created an algorithm, right? And the algorithm
they give
fucking
you what
took
you want.
over. Yeah,
Yeah, they give you what you want.
it just took over, and so now you create this social media platforms and shit, which is why also social media is bad for your mental health as a man. Unless you're just fucking liking puppies and fucking veterans coming home from fucking war and golden fucking ticket winners from America's Got Talent for cancer survivors.
I fucking
Like,
love puppies.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Some of that shit that they fucking post, man, Niagara Falls, Ralphie. Niagara Falls. No, Niagara Falls, Frankie darling. Niagara Falls.
Fucking
Um,
puppies.
yeah, I mean, like, realistically, the truth is that social media is a cancer unless you mitigate it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it because you're not going to be able to survive in this world
No,
without it.
you got it. You got to. We have to. Like,
It's just,
especially if
it's
you're running
this,
a business now, you have to do it.
yeah.
Just try and not do it as much.
Put me on a schedule, please, Scott.
Yeah, be responsible. But yeah, I think that definitely go and get out there and see people, talk
Hmm.
to people. Even if you don't like people, they're not so bad, the most of them. And I don't know, dude. Like that whole dating thing, I feel bad for people that are going through that. I'm not saying all females are like that, but there's a whole generation of females that are on social media that do stuff like that, and if it's not Instagram or OnlyFans, they're not interested.
You know, it's interesting that I saw there are more women now that want an old-fashioned man than ever before.
Good luck finding one.
By the way, I just want to just drop this as a little fucking Easter egg just for Al. Ryan just sent me a fucking a wood chipper for sale in Montana down the street to solve a current situation.
That's
I hope
great.
that makes you feel better. I hope that fucking lightens the mood from earlier.
Yeah.
It's fucking golden. So all right, let's wrap up the social media thing. We got some shit to talk about today that I'm excited about. All right, guys. So here's the reality, right? And I can't ask you guys to do this unless I do it. So luckily, I have a fucking team of people that make me do things that I fucking don't want to do, like be productive in society, or in general. They hold me accountable. Can't hear it.
Darn it. It's like
Um,
it's a very deep train.
yeah. So, guys, just here's the thing. You know, we've talked about this before. Figure out your ability to be disciplined. Write it down and follow it. Right? If you need help, reach out to your friends, your brothers, right? Your tribe, your et.
Practice what we preach.
Yeah, I mean, we do everything else. It's just we suck at the social media and the physical fitness thing. Except for during hunting season, I'm really fucking good at physical fitness, which is fine.
I just have really good cardio during hunting season.
I have really good stamina to walk to the ends of the earth, and then my legs look really good, and my lats look really good. But you know, whatever. And that vitamin T don't help or don't hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say your triple shot fucking of mocha choc fucking vitamin T.
Yeah. Are you jealous?
No,
I feel like you are.
I still have so much.
I mean, maybe.
Debatable. I just eat a lot of bread and pasta.
Fair. Okay. So focus, guys, on and gals, meatheads and mead maidens. Focus on limiting your time on social media as much as you can. We know that it's part of your life. It's part of life now. It is the evolution of humanity currently, so it is what it is, right? Sucks. It's a weird evolution. I was fucking hoping for like superhuman strength or like fucking Wolverine claws, but I got social media.
We didn't even get cool radiation.
Nothing, right? We got some things coming up. This is our merry holidays thing, right? So remember what we said, right? So I still celebrate Christmas because it's been such a huge part of my life for so long. I'm a pagan. If you don't know that and you are offended by that, fuck off. I don't care. I don't need my life anyways. However, like, you know, Al's Christian and he celebrates Christmas. I celebrate the Yule, right? Yule starts tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. It's a fucking winter solstice. Longest day or longest night of the year tomorrow. I don't know. It's like
it's the 20. I thought it was the 22nd.
21st. Starts on the 21st.
Oh.
So starts on the 21st. So tomorrow I got one bottle of decent mead left. So I'm gonna do an offering.
No.
I'm gonna do an offering to my to the gods that I follow. And put on I'm gonna barbecue up some of my my Yule log from last year and make some leifsa. You need it.
What the fuck is that?
Leifsa is a potato tortilla. You make a tortilla.
Out of potato flour?
out of
Or
potatoes.
out of an actual potato.
Out of an actual potato, and then you cook it just like you would with an actual tortilla. And the best way to eat it is like a scone, or not a scone, but a crepe.
Like the really thin pancakes.
Yeah, really thin pancakes, but it's like a tortilla. So I like mine typically with like raspberries and some chocolate and some whipped cream on it. Fucking solid. I'm in, bro. Fucking in. And then I'm just gonna do a pot of a simmer pot to start and cleanse the fucking house tomorrow. So just of negative energy, anything like that. So just throw a simmer pot on. I typically like to do a simmer pot that I can drink. So I usually make like a wassail-esque simmer pot, which is pretty dope.
Are you gonna paint the wife white?
No. Like that's like weird old like not traditional shit. Like typically during Yule, I'm supposed to like if you're gonna go off of some of Yule fucking traditions, like you would kill a goat or a boar and you'd cook it in your front room. Here's the thing, like my front room is really nice. I'm just not really in on that, but I'm definitely in on eating boar.
Dude, you should go get a goat. You should just kill a goat and just cook it outside.
Oh, I mean,
like a compromise.
I'll just fucking call Kurt and see if he can ship that up tonight.
Yeah, send up. Yeah, the new kid.
The new kid kid on the block. No. I think that tomorrow I'm just gonna fucking do a pork loin slow on the smoker.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty boorish. That's pretty solid. And then we got the Christmas coming up. Christmas Eve, kiddos coming up with her boyfriend. I'm gonna stay overnight, wake up, open presents. Christmas Eve we watched In Order.
Scrooged?
No, backwards. You got it backwards.
Oh, okay.
You got it backwards. Scrooge is last. It's the night time. So we got Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
Then Scrooge. We used to watch the Polar Express as well. The fucking animated one. But I can't have fucking the Hot Chocolate song in my head for the next 6 weeks.
Oh, it wasn't just because you found out like Tom Hanks was like sex trafficking.
Well, I mean, he is part of the fucking Red Shoe Club, so I don't like.
It really bums me out. It's like
he could have been good.
He could have been.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like he was though.
Anyway. What do you got going on?
I got like almost 14 days off of work. So I think we're going to, I got some Christmas shopping that I have to finish up, or I'm going to get myself in trouble. I have I don't know what I'm cooking, but I definitely need to cook something as far as Christmas goes.
I'm cooking a turkey on Christmas.
Yeah, turkey's always good, especially like outside.
Spatchcock that bitch.
Yeah, get spatchcock.
Spatchcock.
But I think we're gonna do a little time at the cabin. See if we can't get snowed on up there. It'll just be.
You ain't getting snowed on in Salt Lake.
No, we're getting about as much snow as you are.
There is no snow, so that's fair.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of a scary year so far because we're not getting any snow. So they're either fucking with the weather again or something. But yeah, so hopefully we get a bunch of snow between now and Christmas or on Christmas or something. Because it's been a while since we've had a not white Christmas. But yeah, we don't have a ton of big plans. I know we're both off for considerable amount of time, which it'll be the first time that Justine and I have been off at the same time for a long time. I think she's got like 11 days. I got like 14 days.
It's weird. This year's a weird year. So, company I work for is like, so Christmas is obviously Monday, right?
Yeah.
They're like, we're celebrating Christmas as Christmas Eve, which we have off, and then the Tuesday we're giving you as recognizing Christmas Day. So I'm like,
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, that's fucking rad. I got 2 4-day weekends in a row,
Yeah, that's awesome. Like,
and no plans for work like throughout the week. I have like 2 meetings, which is crazy.
oh,
I'll
that's
actually get
killer.
some, yeah, because then I can just go at my own pace, at a medium pace.
At a medium pace. Yes. So yeah, I'm excited to not have to work. Go up to the
I,
mountains.
I'm
I like
excited
our
about.
next podcast is probably going to be is definitely going to be from the cabin, from the Great White North.
I am excited because it's going to be a chance to reset. Like I don't gotta fucking travel. I don't gotta fucking do things. I can just really just focus on finishing my degree and being done, man. I'm fucking so stoked. Like I think a lot of people get wrapped up around this time of year about the gifts and they fucking get super down on themselves. But like this is the time of the year, right? So you hit the darkest day of the year in this month. So it's tomorrow or Thursday. Right? Yeah, Thursday. So you hit the darkest day of the year on Thursday. But then after that, it's all nothing but up until this time again next year.
Would you say it's the darkest before the dawn?
I would. You poet. Start calling you Homer.
I just heard that in Batman one time.
Well, whatever. I'm going to give you credit today. So it's pretty awesome. So happy Yule to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
No, it's happy Christmas and Merry New Year. What are you fucking doing? What are you fucking
Fuck,
this up? It's
fuck
literally
that.
written out.
Are you liberal
No.
or retarded?
Yes.
Okay. So you're liberal.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas.
We're not
Happy Yule.
Happy Yule.
I'm hoping that
And
we hear from
some
certain forward deployed unit.
Yeah, I hope so too. Hopefully you're not getting fucked up over there with the dumb shit that's going on in the world. Let's jump into paranormal shit, dude.
Let's do it. Let's fucking
Yeah,
jump in
we
both
have.
legs.
By the way, on that note too, before we jump in, we do have the Patreon coming out. Got some great work from the boat himself. I feel like he's gonna fucking start putting that as his fucking tagline. The boat himself.
The boat himself. The
That'd
himself
actually-
boat.
That would be better than Shock 'em Dead.
Nothing's gonna get him off his shotgun bed.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't use the fucking lightning bolts anymore, we're good.
Oh, he's
It's
using
a-
the lightning bolts. You
It's
know,
a little bit too SS for me.
I mean, it could be scout sniper. You never know.
No. No.
Scout,
He's not.
same SS. Same.
Did you just shut off your mic?
Yeah, I had to sneeze.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? You went like half laughing, whatever. Anyway, fucking fucking love that dude. All right, so paranormal entry.
Is it paranormal if it's true, or if it's just history?
We've been talking about fucking Sasquatch, giants, and aliens that we know to be true. So therefore, it's paranormal at this point. It's a dual normality.
It's our alternative history part of the podcast.
Yeah. Let's jump into it. So what was the first? So tonight's topic is national parks. Are you ready? Quiz
I
time.
think so. Yeah.
What is the first national park ever made?
Yellowstone.
Right. Okay. Who made it?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah. Funny story. We have to figure out.
It's hard to kill. It's hard to kill a bull moose.
Yeah.
How long did his speech go after he was shot?
I think it was like 20 minutes. Yeah.
He's like 30.
It was like 30. That's pretty good. This is a round number.
Oh,
All right. So good old Teddy instituted the National Parks program, and he spoke about Yellowstone, which is only like if the Caldera ever actually blows up, I'm fucked first, so it's fine. I'll be out.
Oh, you're so dead. I'm just gonna drag it out for like 10 years and then end it violently.
Yeah, fair enough. So what was the what's the largest national park?
Ooh. Is it the Grand Canyon?
Correct.
Oh man, see?
The Grand Canyon is because of the length of miles traveled for the Colorado River. But double
This would
check
make
that.
sense.
Double check it. Double check it.
Largest national park. Okay.
Yeah. But I believe I read that it was that. And there's a lot of weird shit that happens in the Grand
Oh, it
Canyon.
is in fact incorrect.
Oh, what is it?
It is the St. Elise National Park and Preserve in Alaska.
No, this doesn't fucking count. Alaska's the largest at everything except for
Yeah,
dicks.
let's see. Lower 48 US. Death Valley.
Right outside
It's a,
Dugway.
it's the hottest, the driest. No, Death Valley's in California. Skull Valley is Dugway.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, fun fact about Dugway. It has just been named the primary and the backup location for the new Boeing Starliner that will be entering and exiting our atmosphere.
Surprise, surprise, folks.
Who'd have
Surprise,
thunk it?
surprise.
The place
Weird.
where all the Chinese satellites land.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Okay. So while you have that up, why don't you look into the reason for the creation of national park?
I
You
mean
can
it
be
was it was to protect us from aliens, right?
okay. So let's look at what
Oh,
their things are.
okay. All
Not
right.
fact. Not facts.
All right. The concept of national parks was one of the most popular ideas. The desire to protect special places for visitors and present future enjoyment.
We can break that down real quick. Let's look at visitors and future,
Okay.
right? So these national parks have been created on the whole, like Preparation H, because it feels good on the whole. Two, and if you don't get that movie reference, you're not my generation, so fuck off.
Get out of here.
Get in my belly, actually, but with the Scottish accent. So if you think about this, right? So they speak in vague terms
Yes.
for visitors and the future.
Past and present.
Correct. So you have the written history, which is everybody knows written history is only written by the winners. There is no history of losers. All the losers in every war in the history of mankind were the bad guys.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's just how it rolls out.
it's just real, right? So I sent you that video, and I'm going to talk about the Grand Canyon. I'm glad that you brought that up. We've talked about it lightly in the past, but it's an example. The example is that in the Grand Canyon, there are thousands of man-made caves, whether they're Navajo or Hapoti or
Slap a
other,
hoe.
they are real. And you can go into the Grand Canyon National Park and they have ancient Egyptian names for pieces inside of that. They have a pyramid, they have Osiris, they have Isis, they have fucking Ra, all of these fucking tributes. Now, I can't remember the gentleman's name.
GG Kincaid.
Gigi Kincaid. Oh yeah, that's right. So he went on an expedition. Was it like 1935?
Let's see. Before that, I think. I'll look it up.
It was like between the 20s and the 30s, right? Sponsored by the Smithsonian to go into the Grand Canyon to go into a man-made cave in which there were perfectly carved stairs going up to this cave, and investigate it. He spent a couple of years there and found ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and a monk, like a Buddhist, a Buddha.
He found things that were from all around the world, actually. It was
Yeah.
not just Egyptian, it was Egyptian, Chinese, Roman, Greek. I mean, going all the way back. Uh, it doesn't seem like there was a thing that he didn't find, a civilization that he didn't find. There was Mayan stuff, there was Templar stuff. Kind of insane.
So there's two trains of thoughts, right? Either the Colorado River is really, really big and the Norse fucking sailed their longboats all the way down the Colorado from Norway and Denmark and Iceland with the things that they took from those others as traders, or everything in the world that is in these specific pockets is the same. Meaning,
What do you
like
mean?
your Egyptian belief system originated from the
Anunnaki?
Anunnaki, and the Anunnaki also taught the Greeks, and the Anunnaki, Takis are pretty good, solid. Um, the Anunnaki also taught the Romans, they taught the Templars, they taught everybody. And the caves that are there also have, like in his memoirs, he talks about a room that he walked into, and there were all of these mummies that were inside of these like standing up mummies against the wall in like a carved out space, and they were all 10 plus feet tall,
Right.
which the Anunnaki are perceived as fallen angels, right? In
Sometimes.
some,
It
yeah,
just
well,
depends on, yeah, it depends
the
on kind of
belief
like
that
where you go.
yeah, but like the Anunnaki are an alien, if you want to call it alien, they're not native to Earth, right? They mixed human DNA with theirs to create what we are now, in theory,
They're either fallen angels or
or
they're
straight fucking
straight
aliens.
up fucking aliens.
And if
Yeah.
you fall from the heavens, then you're still a fallen angel no matter what, right?
Yeah. You're just an
Yeah,
asshole with a different name.
yeah, whatever. So he walked in and he documented it, and then they had like I think that he stated in his memoirs, and I could be wrong, so don't quote me 100%, but he did state in his memoirs, from my perspective, that he like they opened up one or two of these, mummified, what are they called, casks, um, and they were fucking 10-foot tall humanoid beings. And some of them represented lizards too, or resembled lizards.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like a not human history, but it seemed like it was like an archive of history.
What if that was the original Men in Black fucking headquarters?
It could have ended.
Dude, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we go off of like, some of the theories we've talked about in the past, like, what if that's actually the original thing? And then the Smithsonian shut it down. So the story is that Smithsonian shut it down, and like many of these places that you can go to are now barred from entry for
Oh yeah,
humans.
if you go to this part of the Grand Canyon now, um, it's happened to several people where because it's not right off the actual water floor,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to climb up to it, but the choppers will be scrambled and you're gonna get met with sedans and people with guns and stuff. So yeah,
All right, so MK Ultra puts shit
okay.
in front of us, right? It's known that it like fucking lets like through like movies and shit, like this is a real thing. So walk down the aisle with me, if you will, madam.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go.
be my bride. Let's go.
We're walking.
Okay. So in Men in Black, the original, not the dumb ones that like followed it, right? in Men in Black, the original, there is a Men in Black headquarters that's been there forever. What if the Smithsonian found out about this place and they identified all of these different types of extraterrestrial beings that keep visiting? And each extraterrestrial being created a belief system on Earth that worshiped them as a god or gods, right? And to make sure that we maintain peace, they utilize this location, this archive of history, as the main location, and now that's MIB headquarters in the Grand Canyon. By the way, I'm not suicidal.
I think that's meh.
No, man, it's real. It could be real because
I
you're in
don't
the
think so.
think about like the logistical pieces that you would want for a military base that deals with extraterrestrials outside of Dugway and White Sands. Okay, let's just look at this, right?
Yeah, but you're talking like thousands of years ago. Nobody gives a fuck. And why would you have all like a depository of every
No,
culture on Earth?
no. What I'm saying is that it started off as that, but the Smithsonian reclassified it, closed it down. There's a reason why there's suburbans,
Suburbians.
whatever,
Yes.
right? There's all these things protecting it because now that's the entry to the current modern day. So they repurposed it as a homage to the ancient.
I think they cut it off just so they didn't know the real. So people couldn't learn the real history.
What? Okay, so there's a duality then. Why can't it be both?
Because, I mean, it could. If you want the Men in Black to exist, bro, they exist.
No, I'm just saying, like, I want that to be their headquarters because it
Okay.
makes the most sense.
It's their headquarters, son. Stop yelling at me.
It's like the Wailing Wall in fucking Jerusalem. Like, you got fucking everybody showing up to fucking, like, Christians and Muslims, and everybody fucking goes to Mecca. Like, everybody goes there.
Everybody goes to the Grand Canyon too. I would pick Dugway or White Sands to be.
They don't go to that part of the
Here.
Grand Canyon. You can't see it.
Well,
You
yeah.
gotta fucking float the river.
Yeah, but nobody goes to Dugway or White Sands either.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, those are like major like thoroughfares for big ships. But like, you have the dumbs and the fucking underground tunnels escorted by giants to go there. This is where you fucking. That's your customs, bro.
I bet you
that's your fucking customs.
I bet there's like substations everywhere, right?
Maybe now, but like that's OG customs. That's Ellis Island.
I mean, you're making a joke out of it, I think.
No, I'm not. No.
But,
I'm being serious with that. Like, I think
yeah.
that's the original Ellis Island. That's the original entry point now for Earth. Like, they shut it off. They found some shit out, and they fucking started talking to. Because you're talking about the same time frame, right? Like 40s, right?
No.
You're talking.
You're talking 1909, early 1900s. But the thing is why would there be a bunch of dead stuff there in gold and silver and all that if it's
I think we're missing each other in the past.
Are we?
So yeah. We're just barely missing each other, right?
Are we inverted?
We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back and we're gonna go beyond inverted. We're gonna come back and be straight lined, but we can definitely flip each other off on the way. All right, here's my thought, right? So
you're
stay
saying
with me.
They found it, they shut it down, and then they made it an alien headquarters for
entry into the United States.
Entry into the world.
As the original. The original. Now it's changed because technology's changed. They've been able to acquire more land. They've been able to. They is whoever they are, and if you are they, don't listen. I don't want your approval or not approval. This is a theory. It's not fact. I'm also still not suicidal.
I think that having them all in one place is that's on planet doesn't make any sense. I think it would be off planet.
But you're talking about back then when you're talking 1909 to 1940, in which we just barely started understanding that there was things outside of our realm as a society.
But what makes you think that back then in the early 1900s, when he found it, that we could have done anything about any kind of migration?
I think that this goes back to Stephen Greer's theory that they're benevolent, not malevolent, right? that the ones that we made contact with, minus the reptiles, were all benevolent. So they didn't want to interfere. They wanted to have a passage to and from, and our requirement with whatever treaty we made was you need to enter through this port, this location. We need to know when you're coming in. The reptiles live in the center of the earth. They're fucking terrible, anyways. The president's a reptile. We all fucking know that. But here's the train of thought, right? So back then,
So you got Roosevelt.
right? You got Roosevelt, who has a fucking purview into all of this shit that's happening. He says, let's start with Yellowstone. Let's talk about visitors in the future and present. Okay. So he highlight
Present? Was it the present? Because you said there's a present?
I did too. Anyway, I'm not doing it again. Fucking, I gotta figure out how to shut that shit off. It's so fucking crazy.
That's fucking creepy.
So you had in that statement that you read, there's the present and the future. So he's talking about present, which there were maybe one or two known, right? And the second one was the future, whatever future visitors may come. So let's talk about that, right? So in that aspect, they say, okay, there's already been the Anunnaki, there's probably the Lionel people, there's the reptiles, there's the humans, whatever. This is the central congregation. They've all been here. Why don't we just make this the original port of entry like Ellis Island?
So William Howard Taft was the president in 1909 to 1913. And we have the Grand Canyon, which became a state or a national park in 1919. So that was under Woodrow Wilson. So you have a 10-year span from when it was found, not the Grand Canyon, but the gold, the artifacts,
All the
all of
different
that,
things. Yeah.
before it became a national park. And that's the entire Grand Canyon is a national park. We're talking like within weeks after G.E. Kincaid found the stuff, it was taken.
That's what I'm saying.
And the articles started to get erased from history that he posted in let's see, the Arizona,
Probably the Phoenix Gazette or something.
it was the Arizona Gazette.
Okay. So
I have a different theory, but go
okay.
ahead.
So let me just wrap up the theory, right? So now you have an established OG location for entry into the country from extraterrestrial peoples, because they already know it, right? If you go off of the fact that there was reptilians, there was Anunnaki, there was all these other things, right? Giants, all this other shit, right? That were mummified in one location. That means that these races of things were known to have visited there, and this was an homage. So it would be an easy way to say segue as a port of entry for non-illegal aliens. Get that? That's funny,
Okay.
right? So then, as the national parks grow, the military starts like understanding more alien technology. We start stealing it from them, shooting them down, whatever the fucking current state of affairs is. What happens next, right? Well, then we say, hey, look, man, alien technology is a thing. We need to be in more discrete locations. They move to White Sands. They move to, to Dugway. They move to fucking 29 Palms. They like these places where the military can control influx and outflux of extraterrestrials.
I think it's too late.
I think
I think it's too early and too late.
it's right on par.
I mean, you came up with it. So
Tell me your theory.
The reason, so I got like a two-sided thing here.
Coin.
And we've talked about how Egypt and like the Holy Land was actually here in North America. And the things that happened in Egypt and the pyramids that were built in Egypt were actually replicas of what was happened here to try and deter or change history, right?
Right.
So on the flip side of that, there's a lot of stuff that says that when the Templars started getting hunted down and they were trying to kill all of them, and what is it, like 1407?
Yeah,
Um,
around there.
they came to North America because they already knew about North America from the Vikings, and they had sailed it too. So way before
Mhm.
Columbus.
Yeah.
And let's see, I'm pretty sure it's 1407 Templars.
Were the Templars in 14, or I thought they were in 1200?
Let's see. Uh, Friday the 13th. I don't know. I'll check the dates in a minute. Anyway,
I got it while you're doing it.
okay. 1307. 1307.
I win.
1307
Is
is.
wrong. Price is wrong, bitch.
I was off by like 100 years. I fucked
Yeah,
up.
but you were over and I was under. So it was
Right.
1200. I
Yeah.
win.
So 1307, the Templars in France were persecuted, burned at the stake, all that shit. But they didn't get all of them. They had a fleet that was bigger than any other fleet in the world.
Mm.
And when they went to go find that fleet to kill the rest of the Templars, they were gone. So there is a lot of thought that they came here and that they went to Portugal and that they went north, right? So they were like Ireland, Scotland, Portugal, and then some of the fleet went to North America. And the fleet that went to North America went up the Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
and they found that spot and they put that depository there.
So the
And
night.
that's why in the middle of like the southern United States or Southwest, there's some Native American words that are the same as Templar words. And on that western coast and the eastern coast, it's the same type of thing. So I think it was more of a depository than anything else.
They were just like, hey, take my dead bitches. Let's put them here.
I think they were trying to hide it. I think they were trying to hide that, the Grail, everything that made the Templars rich, so that the French king and the French Pope couldn't get it.
Yeah. So the timeline for the Templars, by the way, it was from 1119 when the military order of the Knights Templar was established, all the way through 1312, where Pope Clement V officially abolishes the medieval military order of the Knights Templar. In 1310, they were accused of heresy. A trial against the Knights Templar in Paris results in 54 members of the order being burned at stakes. And then, like, you have a bunch of shit in between. Like, you have the First Crusade into Jerusalem, the Second Crusade into Jerusalem, and all those other things.
I mean, they were the World Bank until 1307.
Yeah. So makes an attack. Yeah, in 1307, King Philip IV of France makes an attack on the medieval military order of the Knights Templar.
And you know that the king owed them more money than France was worth at that point.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to not pay your loan is to fucking take over the bank, right?
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. We should figure that out.
Yeah. Just saying. Looking at you, Federal Reserve.
Yeah. So if you think about it, right, why can't both theories be correct? They could be the original, and it might have only existed for a moment for the United States. I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about the United States. So when the Men in Black, dark organization, deep state, whatever you want to fucking, like, the deepest of deep states was, if it was founded and created, it was to hide these things from the public so that the public would have to consistently pay for energy.
The reason why I didn't, the reason why I don't think it could be is because I don't think the Men in Black actually happened until the late 30s.
Mm.
Until people
It
started actually seeing the
is it
Men in
because,
Black and like that control piece of scaring the shit out of people.
but if you follow, like, let me just pose this. I'm gonna shoot holes in your theory real quick, right? So they identified it as a future base of operations, and they were investigating it, and then they found out that we don't have the ability to repel an attack. So they were like, okay, well, this is a sacred place. This is a holy place, or whatever you want to call it, right? This is a place of worship or remembrance. Let's utilize this in the future. Like they move on, they figure out more information, the importance of these sculptures, these mummies or whatever, and they say, hey, listen, like, we're gonna use this as an initial point of entry, because when you come here, you're coming here with the understanding that you're paying an homage, and in that there's a reverence, and in that reverence we can find peace between things, people, species. I mean, you
I don't
could
know.
say,
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree because
why don't we go find out?
I don't
Uh,
think I mean we can. They're
let's
never
do
gonna.
it. I got a bachelor party.
I gotta fucking. I know how to repel.
I got a bachelor party coming up. We could just do the white.
We're gonna have to have level 4 plates though.
Dude, there ain't nothing that we're gonna fucking roll up in there to find out. But I'm like, hold on, I'm getting married. Like, fuck off. Like, I just
This
have
is,
a couple
this is
questions
where I'm doing my bachelor
off the
party.
record. Don't care, but like, I just want to know before you kill me. I make a great mead. Like, here's some shit. Get like, drink this. Your headquarters will be cleaned. You wouldn't even know that you cleaned it. It'd be fucking good. Like those latrines, fucking spit shined. We're good.
I think that you have a. I think that it's more of a historical cover up to teach us from, or to stop us from learning what our actual history was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think because if they let us go in there and we found the Egyptian hieroglyphs and we found all that shit, and the Mayans and Templars and all that shit, and then we found like reptilians, and then we found like other
Yeah.
alien races, they'd be like, oh, so this is part of our history then, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that point to like reptilians have always lived here.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe this was a reptilian, like if you go back, like dinosaurs and all that other shit, right? So, what if the dinosaurs were just reptilians?
I
They
think the
were actually
dinosaurs are
smart.
I think the dinosaurs are totally made up.
I think they're dragons.
I think that's probably closer to the fucking mark for sure.
But
But
you have to go back to like every single thing. This is the Sasquatch argument, right? Every
yeah,
single
culture
culture in
ever
the world remembers dragons.
has dragons. Yeah,
Like, even in like the 900s and thousands, like that's not unheard of.
no,
AD, like AD, like you're talking
yeah,
about like why are there dragons carved on Norse ships? Why is
yeah.
that a thing?
I think that like dinosaurs, I think is bullshit. I think it's another.
There's only
I,
one dinosaur skeleton that's been found fully intact
yeah, and
ever.
I still call it bullshit because I mean, obviously even last time we pulled it off fucking Google, right?
Right.
And if the powers that be are the ones that want you to fucking believe in dinosaurs,
They're the
then
winners. They're writing
yeah,
history.
they're writing history. Yeah, exactly. So if people have found dragon skeletons and stuff like that, because you don't fucking there's no like there's no Indian stories of them digging up dinosaur bones. You know what I mean?
Right. Like it, well, and like the other thing too, right? Let's say, for instance, that they did find one intact Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton, fully intact. Okay.
Okay.
How do we know that that is just not an immature dragon, but that hasn't grown its wings yet?
Well, yeah, and like you see like these
Dinosaurs are birds. Remember that, guys.
right. Well, and you see like the footprints and stuff like that in the rocks and stuff like that, and they found like these crazy footprints through like the riverbed, the dried up riverbed that was in Idaho, and then one in Texas and stuff like that. But it's like, dude, it could have been a bit. I mean, we knew that fucking big ass alligators existed.
Well,
Like
I mean,
it could have been a lot of things.
well, I mean, if you go back to like Thomas Jefferson, right? There's a documentary about when he signed the agreement for Sacagawea and Lewis and Clark to move to the west. He believed adamantly, as one of the greatest minds of all time, motherfucker wrote the Declaration of Independence, right? He believed that we were going to run into dinosaurs,
Yeah.
right? Native Americans speak about giants, they speak about Sasquatch, they speak about all sorts of fucking shit that I will not talk about in the dark at all ever. And you think for a minute that even though I'm a pagan, that even when I was a Christian, that I would talk about that? You're fucking crazy. No, we don't invite darkness into our lives, because when you do, then you become one with the darkness. Since we
No,
reference
it wasn't
Batman,
dinosaurs for Jefferson. It was mastodons. It was mastodons.
no, no,
He thought we were gonna run into mastodons.
there was also by the way, just so you know, there's a documentary on the History Channel that actually references what I just quoted.
Mastodons and tree chewing cousins of mammoths. That's on History Channel.
I'll send you the
You
fucking
have to.
password.
Either
But no,
way,
yeah, I mean,
I mean, he's talking about Ice Age animals that we found fully intact mastodons, right?
yeah.
Hairy elephants. They were
They're
like
making
flash,
they're making one in Russia right now.
right? They
Smart.
were like flash frozen, like
Yeah.
food still in their stomachs.
Yeah. And like intact DNA. You can't find intact DNA from anything that's a
No,
fossil.
you cannot even find like intact DNA from somebody that's fucking been dead a year.
Yeah, like it's not a thing. So, all right, being cognizant of time. Here's the thing. We have two different opinions. I think that there's a possibility that there's a dotted line between the two of them.
Like a thin red line.
No, a dotted line. Like in a hierarchy, like sometimes like you have somebody who directly reports to somebody, but also sometimes reports to somebody else.
The reason why I don't think it could be a let's see,
Initial
a
initial entry point.
a initial entry point or a what else would it be called? A passport application center is because I think that we haven't had the ability to actually hurt anything from outside.
I still don't think we do.
No, I do. I definitely do. Especially after like listening to like Stephen Greer and listening to those guys. I
Okay,
think
fair. The
I
0 point, but I think they're prepped for that.
no, I'm not talking about 0 point energy. I'm talking about the actual direct energy weapons that he's talked about.
Right.
But I don't think that we've actually had the ability to hurt them until maybe late 30s, early 40s. And just in our own history, civilizations and people don't give a shit
Right.
about your passport office until you have the ability to hurt them.
So
That's my thought process.
but like the if you go to the dotted line theory that I had, and this is the final closing thought, real quick. Okay.
Oh, you get the closing thought.
Yeah, I'm the host. I'm the main host. You're the co-host. You're color commentary.
Shit.
Not because you're brown.
I need a different job.
Fuck. Here's the thing. I'm saying like they said no, we're not going to let anybody in, and then we found the things, and then we replicated the things. Whatever. What those those direct point energy weapons. We replicated them, we reverse engineered them, or we even stole them. Whatever it is. Now we have a means to defend ourselves, but we're trying not to start an intergalactic war. Every part of me, when I say intergalactic, rotates right to the Beastie Boys.
Makes sense.
Right. So I'm saying like it was the initial setup because it was in the dark in the middle of nowhere before the middle of nowhere was established as a place that we would conduct that. And so like what I'm saying is like the timelines could be skewed and shifted, but the concept I feel is viable. It's plausible in the words of Doc, but like there's not one way that either of us are going to be willing to find out. I'm just not really willing to suicide myself right now.
Yeah, and it's 1919, right? So you're not talking a whole bunch of traffic going out there. So I can see your point on that, but I'm thinking that we didn't have the technology to hurt them
Until
for.
the 40s. Even in the 40s, like you had the World War II happening, and in the background, we're learning and studying the atomic bomb, which we probably stole from the alien technology, right?
I think that one was ours, but I think as far as a direct energy weapon, I
Was
think
that 48?
that was Roswell.
Yeah.
So
So you're in the
I
middle of nowhere, New Mexico, developing an energy weapon, and you're implementing it at a point of entry and you say this is the point of entry, and you do that because if you look at like diplomacy, right, in the world and how humans work, typically diplomacy revolves around an area, if you can, as close to like as close to a religious center as possible because they're not going to destroy their religious center to take you out typically.
well, it's
So
1947, and Roswell's still quite a ways away from. I mean, really anything.
it is, and I think that's where we got our first technology and it became secret. But then we enforced it through that location as a come here, look, you can have it, here you go, right? Anyway, so we're long in the tooth tonight. Let us know what you think. There's two great theories. I think that for me personally, I think there's a dotted line between the two and they align. We just don't understand the timelines. Definitely history has been rewritten. So before
Oh
we
yeah, I think
close,
it's definitely being rewritten.
yeah, it's being every day it's rewritten. Let's do some shout outs, dude.
Do it.
All right. I'm going to start off with Bob Campbell and Bob Campbell Painting. If you need some painting done and you're anywhere between the Gallatin County and Yellowstone County,
If you need your back porch painted red,
or you need the outside of your home painted,
oh, right.
yeah. Look up Bob Campbell on Facebook. He also has Bob Campbell. I think he's Bob Campbell Painting on the interwebs. Reach out to him. He's great. He did our home. He showed up to the meadery. He fucking killed it. Didn't even fucking ask for a payment. Nothing.
I hear he does the inside as well.
Yeah, he does insides and outsides. So ladies, be careful. He'll paint you however you want. If you drop a mention from us, I'm sure he'll take even better care of you. That's completely up to y'all. Also, huge shout out to Nate over at the Bearded Bros Trucking down in Salt Lake. If you need shit hauled from point A to point B, he's actually national. He prefers to be local though, so just hit him up. I'm sure you can find him on the socials. I'll get some more contact information from him if he has a website. Shout out to Turnbuckle over there at Bulletproof Insulation. Man, you top rope Turnbuckle, fucking come over to do a bunch of work for us over at the Bearded Viking Mead Company's Mead Hall. And he goes all the way to North and South Dakota, and he services all the way through Montana, and Wyoming. So reach out to him. He's got a great crew. They know what they're doing. He's fair priced and he's fast and efficient. And if you don't have your shit together, he will tell you that so that way you can make sure you're good. He'll give you a fair quote. And he holds himself accountable to it. I want to do a huge shout out because we're going to Texas around the 20th, 21st of January to Truth, Tall Tales, and Whiskey. If you guys aren't following their podcast,
Go
great
check
music.
it out.
Go check it out. We love them to death. And of course, thanks to the Bearded Viking Mead Company, which is just a bunch of guys getting together to make some hooch and bring people together. Thanks for everything you guys do. To everybody who's not on the podcast full time like we are. And final shout out to all of our mead heads and mead maidens. Stay tuned. There's some cool shit in store for y'all.
It's happening.
Yes.
It's
We have
being
a
worked on as we
Yeah.
speak.
We have a Patreon coming out. You'll get to meet the people of the Et or the tribe. AETT Et. That's a Viking village. Okay.
Okay.
Well, folks, it's been a great show. Lots of great conversations. Lots of mosh pitting.
Yes. Especially at the front.
Yeah, absolutely. I am Vico the Bearded One.
I'm the Jarl. Stay weird, guys.
Cheers, motherfuckers. Love y'all. Merry Christmas and Happy Yule.
Your mind was made up.
Have
Once you walk through the door.